Welcome back. We're watching some more Frieren, and of course, after spending so long trying to figure out a plan, still stuck down in the dungeon, a shade is hovering there, menacingly. Thinking the others are probably going to be in for a hard time, but Fern raising her hand and willing to take on the task of tearing down her master. She's going to show exactly how far she's came. And considering there are other mage candidates that are still struggling along, some doing better than others, some being evacuated, others curled up in a corner. How many of them are actually going to pass this ordeal? We'll have to see. So, if you're in the mood for some magic, some retrospective look back at the past, not really catchy on the tongue, that one. But yeah, if you want to see some Frieren, you're in the right place, so sit down, grab a drink. Let's begin. That's an interesting camera angle. Like top down, we're playing some D&D, checking over the board. But there's someone among us which may be able to handle it. Now, did anyone actually confirm if she was talking about that shadow thing or not? What's with the... What's with the quick flick over to that one? Was there a similar conversation? But it's going to be good once we actually get out of the mage exam thing. Not because I want to get back to the actual adventure and journey as quickly as possible. See what else there is in this world, but I want to know what they actually do if both of them, or just one, get the certification. How will that... Will anyone come to them regarding some quests or requests for them? To help guide them somewhere. Considering that, we were told this... The reason for the exam and you can't go anywhere without a first-rate mage. The place is destabilised and in so much danger anyway. And I'm guessing if it was a replica of... Who's struggling to make their way? Someone that does not want to use their golem. Not here. Did he wasn't so lucky? So, because he was in slightly better... Yeah, he kept it busy, alright. Well, good that he didn't just up and leave on his own volition, but was... If he can make it out, he can continue on, and he's still got the bottle, at least, so... Oh, now everyone wants to work together. Nice. Because definitely what he needs is just, a little band-aid. Maybe a antiseptic. He'll be good as rain. So that's plan A. Plan A down the drain. But how many of their battles and adventures that they've had so far, which they've gone in with 100% knowledge? As compared to the actual person. I mean, it's part of the exams. You can't just let it go so easily. Good to see that they made it down here, but also... Oh. So she had knowledge of this place beforehand. Not suppose you didn't exactly want to share that with everyone else, but still. There'd have been a higher percent chance of them making it all. Oh, that's a bit scathing, isn't it? What did he ever do to her? Oh, wait. Sorry for calling you old man. So as long as they can get through the door, take down the origin of it. Or they'll run amok, not being controlled by anything. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Does anyone have any sort of lockpicking? Magical or otherwise? At the risk of your life. Ha. That is a definite way to keep something closed. And is there a way that the spellcaster themselves can dispel it? Like, you know what? I don't actually want to protect this anymore. Undo the spell. And so the ones that we haven't seen so far could attack at any moment. And they'll gather. It will be a battlefield. Where is she going with this? So if they are replicas and copies of the original, if there's blind spots or things they don't think about, can you distract her with some sweets? Throw a grimoire in the direction. I mean, a visual representation of what it is that she's about to demonstrate is good. No. It was too quick, there was a lot of smoke. The fact that they picked up on it pretty damn quick, though, was the fact that she only protected exactly what it needed to be. She stops detecting mana. So all you have to do is attack her, and in that moment, sneak attack, some guerrilla warfare. As long as you can take away that perception from her. What would draw her attention the most? That was a loud piano sting, by the way. I'm sure somehow that helped with the deliberations. But it's also, what I liked here was the small... Is this a flashback? Yes. The small bit we got from Frieren, although she's this almighty mage who can do so much and live through eons, still has... He's hungover. Okay. She still has elementary issues. Some novice mistakes that she makes. I see, he's being brought along even if he is out of it. How so many almost little things, and then not so little ones, the reminder of the past and how much things stay the same throughout the years. Are they going to make use of everyone's abilities? One way of looking at it. Well, 1/4 of that party can't be too bad. Ah. Okay, bringing everyone else in just adds to the uncertainty. Do you want to take that risk? And for the most part, they're less dangerous than the one they're actually going to be facing up ahead. And once these doors open again, who's going to be left standing? Now, the boss music starts, but honestly, I'm not sure who it's playing for. Some more tactics. You know, acknowledging one's own weakness, where you need to improve, like what was made evident with Frieren. This is a great teaching moment for them all. I see. There's some nice lighting. But yeah, if it is a mirror duel, would they be attacking one another in this like back and forth the same? same stance, same. So all you need to do something that your own mind wouldn't anticipate. How frightening I can be. Now, put your life on the line. Those two in the back. Put your life on the line. Believe in your friends and party members. You only have the briefest of windows. I didn't think of it like that. For humans, life is so fickle and limited. So adaptation is key. Oh, they needed a break, did they? There's only so much those two can battle and grapple away in the background. Stepping out into the shadow duel. Well, she has a back to her. So she's. I was gonna say. So she's passed on at this point. Did Frieren come here immediately to come and hand it over, or did they take a little detour as well? So magic now becoming almost commonplace in the world. The knowledge can start to precipitate down. Just not content, always wanting more. To be able to change an entire nation itself. True. You'd almost be happy about something like that, having magic be known so well. Who would have thought that the magic user in the party itself wasn't a human that had learned it along the way? Frieren herself. If anyone can use magic, it's. I was about to say. Takes away the. How special it is. There's no mystery or mystique to it all. You say it enough, but there's probably more than just on a whim. Yeah. The duty is concluded. Step down from the throne. Well, can't we wait? If you've got all the time in the world, why does it need to be now? Is that little head pie showing how long ago he had met her? Is this part of why, Frieren is on a journey to collect spells of all manners, and offensively it's only the simple attack magic? And then the years were not so kind to the human race. But for someone to have a dream, reach out and accomplish it in a generation, she's going to go down in history, unfortunately, just as a mere fairy tale and legend after a while. And it is that closeness to death itself and the acknowledgement of it, meaning that how fleeting life is, how much you need to do, and what you hold dear to you. And how boring it must be for them. And unless anything crops up to stop them, the era of humans. And seeing it, like we're now in the medieval era, and looking back when Frieren was still just walking around as master and student, we were getting a slight Roman vibe to it all. That was his kill. She stole it. Or looks like that eventuality may actually come to pass, just not in a way that they might have immediately seen. But looking back at what has been, and then Frieren looking forwards to the future. When the spell is already cast and activated, there'd be no time for her to react and obliterate it into a pool of light. You have a lot of trust in one another. Have you come to the point where Frieren or someone similar is at a point where they need to be taken down by human mages? They're a danger to the world. You see, the way that Frieren tells its story and intertwining the past and the present, the fact that conversations happen which seem to be so relevant maybe would hold a little more if it was in a normal lifespan, whereas she's lived for so long, I'm sure there's an experience for every comment that has been uttered to her. But you never know how small words can really emanate down the years or impact someone's life. As far as a battle goes, I would really like to see Frieren go a bit above and beyond, even from what we've seen there. A sneak attack. Sure, Frieren has been a little understanding of her own drawbacks. Yeah, there'd probably be enough to take me down. But as we said, there are small things about the replicas that we don't entirely know yet. Is there going to be some ex machina that saves it from its fate? You have to have a quick think on your feet. How can we take down Frieren again while also battling her? But also, we've got the room outside with the shadows converging in. A lot of those mages are now going to be a fight for their life, literally. I can see a couple of characters who would be all too eager to fight to the death, even if it has to be a mirror version. The idea that the reason why magic is so prevalent, and it wasn't a thing early on, was because changing the entire nation's perception of how it's like going into the middle of the Salem witch trials and convincing them, you know what? Why don't we all learn how to be a witch? I mean, that's how it was kind of explained, was it not? Magic is seen as something only used by the demons, so it was heretical to learn it. And then getting the Emperor's word, you know what? Nah, you're right. Let's give it to the masses. What could go wrong? But seeing as the civilization is still alive, yeah, seem to be doing all right. But being torn between the joy of exploring a dungeon, what it is to battle the unknown, the potential dangers there within, having dangerous opponents constantly thrust your way, not exactly knowing entirely how to overtake them. Yeah, sure, there's a little bit of excitement about it all. Some may be more drawn to the life and death situation of it all more than others. But for Frieren to look at all of this and smile, sure, she might actually be worried a little about how things are going to go down, but actually enjoying it. Having that sense of adventure once again, may not be with him or all of the others, but can be recreated. She has already left her mark upon this world. Is Frieren going to do the same? She's been taught by someone that was taught by someone that was taught by someone who taught the legend, the mystical mage of old in this world, so she may have quite the future for herself. That is as long as they don't whittle away the hours and countless decades in some back alley town. But the idea of, I've created this world where anyone can do magic, where as long as someone has the wish to, they can begin their journey. Magic isn't to be kept in secret, to be held behind lock and key only for those deemed worthy. Knowing that he would be slightly perturbed about this wish, about how she's been able to achieve it, and still just forging ahead anyway. She had some guts, that Flam. I want to get straight into the next one. I'm guessing, although Fern hit the copied head on, since we didn't get a victory parade right away, there's something else at play here. And who wouldn't want to see it? So if you enjoyed this one, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. Consider subscribing if you don't want to miss out. And of course, there's always my Discord if you just want to hang out, maybe play some games, talk about any kind of nonsense. But for now, get yourselves a bit of rest, because I want to see you for the next one. I do wonder if anyone is actually going to be taken out by the gathering shadows. We've had other characters die, so doesn't matter if they're named or not. My patrons are the cultured minds that my channel is slowly merging into, creating a copy of them that may be indistinguishable from the original. And I haven't decided if that's a good thing yet. But I do need to thank Noku, Sao, Guado, Kite, Ruben Funamawa, Raywin, Wolfie Sensei, and everyone else for allowing me to subsist as I am. I really don't think my channel would survive without you. Or let's be honest, even exist.